Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday afternoon. As usual, my weekly interviews. I'm very excited today because I have a special guest and I am streaming on Instagram as well. That's why I'm looking everywhere. Um, as everybody knows, my followers, my name is Julieta. I work in construction as an engineer, and about 2.5 years ago, I started looking for something else, and I found a digital business. So I am gaining a different set of skills that I'm really happy about, and to share with everybody, and especially the satisfaction of helping people start a digital business. And the goal behind these interviews is to bring value to people that are looking for something. And every week I bring a new different business partner, so they share their story. And today I have Ricot from Calgary. I will bring him in just right now. Hello.
Hello, Julieta. How are you?
I am great. Happy to have you on my page.
Hey, likewise. I feel humble and blessed, and thank you for having me.
You are most welcome. You're most welcome. Um, Thank you so much again. And Rico, well, like I said just minutes ago, I like to bring valuable business partners to my page so they share their story. And I know you have a great story to share. So I would like you to introduce yourself to us, and anything you'd like to share, we'd love to know.
All right. My name is Rico Leon. I am originally from Haiti, down in the Caribbean. We usually are on the news all for the wrong reasons: protests, political instability, or natural disasters. But it's a beautiful little place, great people and all. But I left the island nearly 20 years ago, right after high school. Moved to Calgary, Alberta, where I attended school here. I came to college to learn about theology because I really love theology. My dad, mom are pastors, and I grew up in the church. So I always felt like this is something I wanted to do. And so as I moved to Calgary back in the early 2000s, and I ended up meeting my future wife there at college. And so soon after we got married and I graduated from school, I just felt like I just want to go back to Haiti and make a difference, just like my parents were making a difference, right? And so we went down on the island and we started this project to help young people find their own path in life. So when they finished with high school, so that they could learn how to build their own brick and mortar businesses and live life. And so that's basically what our lives was all entailed until 2015. I decided when our kids were really really young, we decided just like let's get back to Calgary. So we came here so that they could start their school and stuff. And I found myself a job in the corporate world. When I found myself in the corporate world, it was good. The money was nice, but I hated the job. I hated every single day of it. I literally was so ticked off. Every day I had to wake up at 5 in the morning to go to work. I'm just like, this is crazy. And they gave me like 10 days a year off. And then they gave me 3 bereavement days to mourn if I have somebody who died. I'm thinking like, this is at its core ridiculous.
And it's a package for 4 years.
I give somebody 50 weeks. And out of that, they said, I'll give you 2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks for you, 50 for me. Just in return, I'll give you some money.
Yeah.
It just did not sit well with me. So with that, my mind was all over the place, thinking like, okay, how can I be my own boss, my own structure, my own supporter, my own everything? So that's how I end up being on this platform here today, just to share my story and my journey in my life. So I do have a life outside of just online world. Online world is just something that I do to supplement what it is my passion is. My passion is missionary world. So and I always keep that in perspective. I didn't lose my identity by coming online, but online helped me to make what I love possible.
And especially that online you can connect with so many people like yourself,
Yes.
right? This is one of the beauty of this digital business. It connects us to people like ourselves. That is really really great. And I always say, I would never have met you if it wasn't for this digital business. I seen you on last not last week, but the week before's mastermind, sharing your journey. It was so powerful. And yes, so thank you so much again for this. Just looking. Okay, Priscilla's watching. She's my mentee from Ottawa. Thanks for watching. She was one of the excited ones to have you to see you here today.
Hey, Priscilla.
Rico, tell me about your past experience. Like, did you have any experience on digital marketing on the online world, or did you have to learn from scratch?
I had zero experience working online. I'd never worked online before. Now, of course, I've done some email campaign because as a missionary who runs a nonprofit, of course, I'd send a lot of emails. I'd use stuff like MailChimp and different things just to send emails. But these emails were going with people who were personally supporting my work, people I knew. But as far as like anything online, I didn't even know Facebook had a different section for entrepreneurs, a
Yeah.
business section on Facebook. I didn't know that existed. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a YouTube ad or Google ad. I didn't know. I just use my Facebook just to snoop around other people's business, just to see what is my neighbor doing and to see if I could put a better picture to beat my neighbor. Right? I mean, that's what I use Facebook for. I
Yeah.
didn't use it for anything but. And it was an art of comparison. Let the world know I'm always happy, and that's what most people do with Facebook. And I was so surprised when I came to this platform to realize I don't have to use this platform just to snoop around other people, but I can use this platform to make money. It is a revenue mechanism. It is a tool of how it can make me prosper. And this has been the best and most beautiful thing of all. However, I want to say there is a law that's called the law of attraction, right? The whole universe is run by laws, the whole universe. The law of gravity, whatever goes up must come down. It's the law of gravity. The law of entropy, everything begins to decay at the beginning of its inception. So everything will eventually erode and die and destroy. So it's just everything is law, the law of mechanics, arithmetics, you name it.
Yeah.
So the same thing is so true for the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that whatever it is that you're looking for ends up looking for you. So I was looking for a business, but I knew I did not want a brick and mortar business. So I was actively looking for something. So with actively looking for something, I tried many different things and I spent a lot of money trying many different things. I
Nice
was
point.
not shy in spending because I was looking. I wasn't testing, I was looking. I
Yeah.
spent money on Amazon. I spent money on even some MLM things that I'm just so ashamed of now. But anyway, I did because I was actually looking, thinking something has to work. And then, but because I was looking, this business found me. I have to say, I did not find this business. This business found me.
Yes, yes, I agree 100% with you. If in my case was the same thing, I was looking, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what I was looking for. I
Yeah.
know I needed something, and it was in my mind. And how can I supplement my income? How can I do this? How can I do this? Do I go get a weekend job? What do I
Mm.
do? Right? And the business found me. Absolutely the same thing. So yes, and I've learned so much about the law of attraction thanks to this business as well. And like personal development, it's like I've never read so much in my life, not even and I love saying this because not even in my professional career I've read so much
Huh.
like I have done lately in this what almost 3 years. And
It's
I
amazing.
can't. Yes, it is. It really is. And Rico, you said you tried so many things and apparently those didn't succeed. So my question now is how did you come to trust this system that we offer?
That's a good question. I think because I was searching, therefore, I end up building a mental capacity or knowledge
Yeah.
of what exists out there. I know what's out there. Example, I'll give you a simple example. I did Amazon FBA, which is private label, meaning I would have to build my own products, build my own products.
Wow.
That means I pay so much money for a course, 5,000 US dollars just for the class. just to learn about Amazon, selling on Amazon. Then I turned around and paid the same company 3,000 US again for them to select a product that might be good to be on the market. So I give them another 3,000 bucks right there.
So we're already at 8.
That's already 8 grand. And then they said, like, well, if you really want to learn from the experts, why don't you come down to Vegas? So I bought myself the ticket to go to Vegas. I paid the plane ticket. I paid for the package, whatever it is, to go to Vegas. I did all this stuff. Then I got to Vegas, paid my hotel. By the time it was said and done, I was out of 13,000 US dollars. But
Wow.
still, I still have zero products. I still nothing yet. Business hasn't gotten started. I'm spending to learn, right?
Yeah.
And by the time I got connected to China so that they could build my products for me, they asked me to invest $7,000 US again.
Wow.
At that moment, I just like, okay, so far business hasn't gotten started, and I'm spending like crazy. So I realized on Amazon there's something that calls you have to advertise, you have to find a way for people to see your product, you have to find a way to get all the stars and all this crazy stuff. And then when I found this business said, like, none of that. You don't have to worry about products, we already did that job for you. You don't have to worry about like anything. You don't have to worry about monthly fees, because I had to pay a monthly fee on Amazon every single month, which drove me crazy. $39 US every single month. This one just like, nope, zero monthly fee, zero nothing, products already for you. Your job is a digital marketer entrepreneur, and we teach you how to market.
Yes.
And I thought, like, really? So I don't have to do all the background thing, all the $5,000 course, all the $3,000 to choose product. I don't have to do any of that. None of that. Come as you are. We teach you how. And I thought, like, this is too good to let go of. It is literally too good to let. So with that, when I found this business, all I had to do was compare it with everything that's out there. There's nothing out there that's like that. You're doing a Shopify, you have to pay for a store, and
Yeah.
you have to turn around to advertise your store. You're doing drop shipping, same story. Anything you're doing, you have to pay a whole bunch of money upfront to do it.
Yes.
This one, nope. You just show up, we teach you how to market. Done.
Yes, yes. And same thing in my case. I didn't know, I didn't have experience. I only know construction
Oh,
and my full-time job, and that's it. I said online. Like, really? Is I didn't even know that. Yeah, like you said, I was using Facebook, just to send pictures to my family, and
yeah,
that's it. And with this business,
awesome.
we receive exactly the whole training to learn to from the day you start to set up your business, and it's an ongoing process. So wow, my gosh, you do have that thing to compare. I don't. But I know, like you, so many other people who have done. Amazon is the most common one.
Yeah.
um, and I always say I was this close to getting myself into some kind of jewelry selling or things like that.
Mm,
And it was brought up to my attention because I found I was searching out some stuff, and I found in a binder all these catalogs about jewelry, and I said, oh my gosh, if I would have gotten myself into this, knowing what I know right now, it's
exactly.
mind blowing. Yes. And
Exactly.
I don't even know how much that would have cost, just to be honest, because I didn't go that deep, but I had all the information to look. So no, no, no. And besides, it's not my thing. Definitely not my thing. So I'm
Yeah,
so happy.
absolutely. Because I have done the door to door knocking. I have invited people to join my business to build the bottom line. You've
Yeah.
done all this crazy stuff. Then I realized, like, okay, here, no bottom line, no calling people, no knocking on people's doors, no worry about product, no, no, no. I'm thinking, like, well, this is too good to let go of.
Yes.
So the trust was right at the beginning. I realized this is what I can do. I can do it easily.
Yes. And all this that you're talking, it seems like a lot. How much time does this take from your day?
It's funny. We know when I first got started, I remember somebody told me this business to really get it up and running, you need to invest a good 10 to 15 hours a week. And when they told me a week, because when I heard 10 to 15 hours, I thought a day. I just like, what? I don't want
Oh,
another full time job. And they told me a week. And I realized the week was really to just get familiarize myself with the whole system, to
Yeah.
understand how everything works. What is a Facebook algorithm, YouTube algorithm? How do these things really work? How do I understand these data? Once I learn through the training that is provided, the step-by-step guide, once I learn how to do it, now per week, I literally put about like 3 to 4 hours a week in my business. Just
Wow.
to basically follow up and making sure that everything is operating. So in a sense, I remember reading a book not too long ago that's called 4 Hour Work Week. I
Okay.
think that's me right now. I thought that was just like, oh man, that's just some rich guy writing a book, making millions of dollars off of it. I realized I am living the 4 hour work week lifestyle right now because my business is so automated. It takes about like 3 to 4, 5 hours a week, depending on the week kind of thing off me. And
Yeah.
once I do what needs to be done online, it runs itself automated.
Definitely. Yes, definitely. That's amazing. Yes, it is. It's one of the golden nuggets of this business that once you're set up, you're good to go. Yes, you still have to, nothing good happens overnight, right?
No,
That's
no.
definitely not. And I always say nothing. You don't graduate a professional
No,
career overnight. You don't lose weight overnight. You don't get fit overnight. You
no.
don't be successful in a business overnight. So anything good, worth it, it takes a bit of time and of course effort and patience, because
Yes.
yeah, it is like that. So Rico, what would you tell people? Tonight we have our weekly workshop. What would you tell people that are looking for something and are a bit skeptical? I don't know if you had skepticism when you saw this, but for what you've been through before and finding all this, I don't think you did. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, because I know I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning, but I trusted. I saw something in the system that was telling me this is good. This is what I'm looking for.
Mhm.
Although it found me, like I said before. But what can you advise people that are looking for something and invite them to our workshop?
Well, I did have some skepticism, but my
Okay.
skepticism was when I noticed people around were making $100,000 in 1 month.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can that be true? If that can be real, like, how can a person make 100 grand a month, and not just a one off, but month after month after 100 grand a month? That's a lot of money. I'm thinking if I could make 2 grand a month, I'd be I'd be excited. I mean,
Yeah.
extra 2 grand a month. But now I realize it's like, okay, now I understand why, because I can look at my own life experience and just like, oh, okay, this is not a far-fetched idea. 100 grand a month is really not all that,
Crazy.
unachievable. It's just not all that crazy to achieve. So my dad and I would say we all grew up under the same mindset that tells us if something is too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
Run away.
So they tell us that. So now this is a sense of creating a sense of skepticism in the mind of all of us.
Yeah.
So if I see somebody's making 100 grand a month, I'm thinking, yeah, right, that's too good to be true. So I look at the other way. However, if a neighbor says like, "Hey, I found a job. I'm only making $4,000 a month." Okay, that sounds reality. Let me go find your job. So here's what I just did. I decided to let go of 100 grand a month, which is too good to be true, and I believe the person who making 4 grand a month, and I followed them as well instead.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how did that come to mind? How did we all, I mean, 90% of human are conditioned to think in that very same one logic way? It just makes zero, zero, zero sense. So, what I would tell people is that be careful who's around you, be careful who you're following, because you're listening to somebody. You're following somebody. You're accepting somebody's agenda, whether mine, whether yours, whether your friends. No matter what it is, you are born as a disciple. From
Yeah.
the moment you're born, you are following people. I mean, you might not even think you are. You think, I'm so independent. Trust me, you are following. Somebody's guiding you. And here's a way to know who's guiding you, who's your best friends. Because there's a law that says you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So just look at your life, you're the average of them, period. So in that sense, I would say be careful who's advising you, who's your best friends, who are you paying attention to? Because these people become your model, and that's what you become. So tonight there's a mastermind going on. I mean, we have a webinar, sorry, going on, and our webinar, just all you have to do is check it out. Check it out. Don't make any decision. Don't make any emotional jump. Just check it out. It's free. I mean, gosh, just go look at it. If it's for you, go for it. If it's not for you, so be it. But at least give yourself a chance to look at something, to just say, okay, this random guy told me about $100,000 a month that anybody could make. Let me just go look at it and see if it's for me. If it's not for you, hey, nothing, you lost nothing unless you gain knowledge. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. At least you gain knowledge on something. Yes, definitely, definitely. Wow, how much golden nuggets you just given us. Thank you so much, Rico.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So I don't have anything else to say than just you've said it all. It's like I always tell people, we can only say so much about how happy and how proud we are about our system, but at the end, it's everybody's own decision. Like it was mine, it was yours, to decide whether, yes, I think this business is for me, I will give it a try, or just looking at it, maybe you feel that it's not. And it has happened to others, but there's also been people who have not felt it and then came back.
Yeah.
And that are today very successful as well. So
and the thing is, I think it's important that people know not everything is for everybody. Not everything is for everybody. Not everybody's meant to be a doctor. Not everybody's meant to be an engineer. Not everybody. We complement one another.
Absolutely.
We really do. And since we complement one another, but I think it would be wrong to completely put blinders and never check anything out.
Yes.
And I think checking it out is basically all somebody's is asking. Just check it out to see if it's for you, because here's what you gain out of it. You gain that on a Monday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning, you can choose to actually go sit by a beach and read a book. That you don't have to be in an office. These are great, valuable things you gain on it. You get, like, one thing that we had decided to do, myself and my wife, after we started seeing some great results in our business, we decided to homeschool our kids. And the reason why we homeschool our kids, we have 4 of them, right? We homeschool them. Why? Because if we want to travel tomorrow morning to go to, let's say, Greece, we don't want to feel restricted because they're in school, we can't go. We truly wanted freedom of time and freedom of finances. And we felt like sending our kids to the local school was actually intriguing in the freedom that we were looking for. So we homeschool our kids. So just to say this, we now have the freedom that tomorrow morning we can get up and say, like, you know what, we're just gonna go to the mountain and spend a weekend. You kids can bring your books with you and do your work while you're over there in the mountain. So we're not locked up or tied down by any means. I'm thinking, like, I think that's a good option. That's a good life to live.
And what a great example for them, because
I like it.
And it's a great example for them, because you're going to pass a legacy and they're going to do the same when they grow, and they're not going to be tied to any structure or corporation or anything that, at the end, limits you in many things, right?
Yeah. My youngest, by the time he was 2 years old, he was in 4 different countries. And I'm just like, man, for the first time I rode in an airplane, I was 20 years old. Years old. But by the time he was 2 years old, he was already in 4 different countries. I look at him, I was like, man, you're a lucky kid.
Well, that's the power of evolution. It's like I don't know, the phones, when we were kids, forget it. Now our kids are, I don't know, 5, 6, and they already have phones. I said, like, what the heck?
Exactly.
That's evolution, and it's only good, right? It's amazing. Wow. Thank you so much, Rico. I'm gonna let you go so you can continue with your day. And just everybody else, you heard the man. He had a powerful story to share with us. So I hope you take his word. Check out our presentation, our webinar, and you can just decide for yourself. And you know where to find us. So thank you, everybody.
You guys, God bless you guys, and take care. And I wish you the best year yet. In whatever direction you choose, may you prosper and may you find what you're looking for.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.